Hi, it's Nørgaard. So I'm doing this look today and I'm just gonna come in close so you can see it. So for this look I used Sleek's Eyeliner eyeshadow palette in Acid. It's the only eyeshadow palette I used for this whole eye look. So it looks like this. It has some absolutely amazing colors and I tried to use as many colors as possible. The only color I didn't use was this one over here. It's kind of a shimmery green with some gold sparkles, but other than that I used all of these eyeshadows, and these eyeshadows are absolutely phenomenal. They go on so easy, they blend, they are so pigmented. So I did get sent this from makeuponline.dk. I have talked about makeuponline.dk before and I love that site, and I believe Makeup Online does ship internationally, but the website is in Danish, which I didn't realize before, so I'm sorry about that, but it is in Danish and I'm not sure if you can translate the site on the actual website, but if not then Google can translate pages for you. But yeah, I did use a lot of things that I got from Makeup Online. I used the Wet n Wild foundation, the Wet n Wild concealer, the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I didn't actually use the NYX Jumbo Pencil that I got from Makeup Online because I already have one, so I'm using the one I already had, but it's the same thing, so you know. Does that make sense? But other than that, let's just get into this tutorial because Lord knows that I like to talk my ass off. Like I just talk, I just can't stop talking. I don't know. So links to my Twitter, my Instagram, the music used in this video, all the products used, and everything you could possibly need to know will be listed down in the down bar. And yeah, let's get into this tutorial. So I'm gonna start out with foundation, and I'm using my favorite at the moment, which is Wet n Wild's CoverAll cream foundation. My color is fair, so I'm just dotting this all over my face. And because this foundation is such a good match for my skin tone, I'm actually not gonna take it down my neck. I'm gonna take a sponge from H&M. There we go, a completely new, unused, clean, perfect sponge. And I'm gonna use e.l.f. Studio Mist and Set spray, and this is just to get my sponge damp. You could use water. And then I'm just blending out my foundation. Okay, so that's the first layer, and you guys know I have my acne here and here, so I want to cover that up, so I'm just applying a second layer. And this foundation in particular, it really builds up nicely. Some foundations you can't really build up. It's like the coverage you get after one layer is the maximum coverage that you're gonna get from that foundation. But this foundation is definitely very buildable. Okay, and you can still kind of see some of my acne scarring through it, since my acne scarring is very bad. But it's fine. I'm gonna use powder foundation later on. That's gonna cover it up even more. But for now, I'm gonna do some under eye concealer. So I'm using Wet n Wild's CoverAll Coverstick in the color Light, and I'm gonna use e.l.f. Studio Concealer Brush, and I just go ahead and start in this inner corner, and then I go underneath the eyes, and you can already see the difference now from this eye to that eye. And I take my sponge again, and I use this for blending out my concealer. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my foundation and my concealer using my Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder in Transparent. And I'm gonna use my big powder brush from my 12-piece brush set from BornPrettyStore. And then I'm just setting my foundation by using dabbing motions. So to set the concealer underneath my eyes, I like to use a smaller brush. This is e.l.f.'s Essential Blending Eye Brush. So I'm grabbing my big powder brush again, and I'm using MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. My color is NW15, and this powder foundation is just going on top of my acne scarring. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the eyebrows now. So I'm taking the brow comb from my Born Pretty brush set, and and I'm just quickly going through my eyebrows. And then I take e.l.f. Studio Eyebrow Kit in Ash, and I take Ecotools Angle Bamboo Brush. And this kit consists of a wax and a powder. I'm gonna start out with the wax, and I'm gonna use this towards the arch and the end of my brow. Then I'm gonna go in to the powder side, and I'm gonna use this to set the wax, and I'm also gonna use this towards the front of the brows where I didn't put any wax. So that's the brows done, and it does look a little bit harsh right now, but once I have all my makeup on, it's gonna fit in perfectly. I'm gonna take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm taking e.l.f. Studio Small Angle Brush, and I'm gonna use this to pick up some of this NYX Jumbo Pencil, and I'm gonna use this to cut my crease. Okay, so you want to take a mirror, and you want to look down into it so you see no creases on your eyelid. And then you slowly want to bring up your mirror until you start to see your eyelid creasing. And when you find that point where your eyelid starts creasing, you want to take your brush and go in with your base right where the creasing starts. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Damn. I'm gonna use some tape. So I'm just gonna use some tape on the outside corners of my eyes. But first, I'm just gonna get some stickiness of the tape, so I'm just applying it to the back of my hand and taking it off a couple of times, 3 times actually, and then I'm gonna stick it to my outer corner. Do you guys like my tape dispenser? I think it's so cute. Okay, but I'm getting back into cutting the crease, and you want to bring the line all the way down to the tape. And once you have the crease cut, you want to apply the base on the rest of your eyelid above the line you just made. And then of course you want to blend it out, but make sure you don't blend this downwards. And now you want to do the same to the other eye. Okay, so now we're moving on to the eyeshadows, and all the eyeshadows I'm gonna use are of course from the Sleek Eye Divine Acid palette, since this is a Sleek Eye Divine Acid palette tutorial. So it has all of these 12 gorgeous colors. I'm gonna start out with this this purple up here. It's a matte purple, and I'm gonna take that with the smallest eyeshadow brush from my 12-piece brush set from BornPrettyStore. And this color is going right at the line we first made. And then I'm gonna take the color here, which is kind of a red purple color with shimmer, and I'm using the same brush to apply this right above the purple. Then I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush from my Naked 3 eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna use the blending side, and I'm gonna use this to blend these 2 colors together. Then I'm gonna go in with this slightly bigger eyeshadow brush, again from BornPrettyStore, and I'm gonna take this one, which is a matte white, and I'm gonna use this on the brow bone. And then I'm going back in with my blending brush and blending. And with my blending brush, I'm just taking a little bit more of this red purple color. Then I'm gonna pick up some of this black over here. It's a matte black, and this is just going at the outer corner. And I'm gonna go back into the red purple color. And I feel like I lost too much of that first purple color, so I'm gonna pick up some more of that. Apply this where I applied it originally. And now I'm gonna take e.l.f. Essentials Blending Eye Brush with no product, and I'm just going to blend out between the purple red color and the white. Okay, so before doing my other eye, I'm just going to do the lid on this eye. So I'm taking my NYX jumbo pencil again with the same angle brush. So I'm gonna use this base on my eyelid, and this is also the time where you can clean up the edge. I'm going to take the flat end of my Naked 3 eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into this neon bright pink color, and I'm going to apply this color to the very inner part of that base. And once I have that done, I'm gonna switch my brush to the clean side, and then I'm going to take this neon orange, and I'm applying this right next to the pink. Then I'm gonna take my Ecotools flat bamboo shader brush. I'm gonna take this neon bright yellow color, and this is going next to the orange. And then I'm gonna switch my brush again to the clean side, and I'm gonna use this neon green. And this is going on the very last bit of the base. So now I'm gonna do the other eye. So I'm starting out with the purple, and then I'm getting that reddish purple color. Then I'm just blending the two colors together. Then I'm applying the black in the outer corner, and then I'm just applying a bit more of the red purple color, and then I'm applying the matte white, and then I'm blending some more, and then I'm just applying a bit more of the first purple, and then I'm applying my base to my eyelid. Then I'm applying the pink, applying the orange, applying the yellow, and then I'm applying the green. Okay, so I'm lightly going to blend the colors together just by patting where the colors meet. Now I'm gonna line my eyes. So I'm using Maybelline's gel eyeliner in black, and I'm using the eyeliner brush from BornPrettyStore. And you want your eyeliner to be very thin because you don't want to cover up too much of the eyeshadow on the eyelid. And I'm actually only just going to line my lash line. I'm not going to wing it out or anything. The brush that comes with this Maybelline gel liner is a lot thicker than this brush from BornPrettyStore, but because you want to make that very thin line, it's definitely great to use a smaller brush. And once you're done lining your eyes, you can go ahead and remove the tape. Okay, so since the tape removes some of my foundation, I just applied some of my concealer and a bit of my powder foundation. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my lower lash line now with some more of my NYX jumbo pencil. And then I'm taking e.l.f. Studio's small precision brush, and I'm gonna start out with this very shimmery gray color, and this is going on the outside part of the base. And with the same brush, I'm going to take this dark blue, and this is going onto the middle of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this shimmery light blue, and this color is going on the inside part but not all the way in. And then I'm gonna take e.l.f. Studio small smudge brush, and I'm gonna take the white, and this is going right in the inner corner around the tear duct. Okay, so now I'm going to curl my eyelashes with Rimmel eyelash color. Then I'm going to apply my favorite mascara, which is Maybelline Volume Express the Falsies in Waterproof. I'm starting with one coat of mascara to my top lashes. Then I apply my false lashes, and then I apply mascara to my bottom lashes. And the lashes I'm gonna use are the Kiss Beyond Natural 03, and I want to use these because they are very natural, and I want to use lashes because this look is so colorful and dramatic, so I want some lashes to balance the whole look, but I don't want like too dramatic lashes where the lashes are going to completely cover up all the eyeshadow. And I'm using Adele's Lash Grip to apply it. It's funny how in Denmark, when you buy Kiss eyelashes, you get a little tube of eyelash glue with them. But when you buy them online, I guess these came from like America, then there is no eyelash glue. I don't use the glue that comes with fake lashes, but it's just interesting to me. Okay, so the eyelashes are on now, and I love these eyelashes. They are so lightweight. I can almost not feel that I'm wearing them, but only almost. I can always tell when I'm wearing false eyelashes, but definitely the bigger, fuller eyelashes are so heavy. These ones are very light. So I'm just gonna do some black eyeliner in the waterlines. So I'm using Sephora's Nano Eyeliner in Midnight Black. And now I'm gonna take e.l.f.'s Essentials Waterproof Eyeliner Pen in black, and I'm just gonna use this to go over my lash band. Don't neglect your lower lashes, apply some mascara. I'm just going to take my brow brush and just go through my brows because I got some eyeshadow in my brows. Okay, I'm gonna contour my face now. I'm using my BH 10-piece blush palette, and I'm gonna use this dark matte brown up here. And I'm gonna use my e.l.f. angled blush brush, and I'm gonna start out by contouring my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna go ahead and contour around my hairline, this down onto the temples. And I'm just going very lightly along my jaw. And then I'm taking e.l.f. Studio Fan Brush, and I'm contouring my nose. Then I take e.l.f. Studio Blush Brush, and what color should I use? I don't know. Maybe this one? Or this one? Or this one? Or this one? I think this one. Let's go with this one. And I'm applying my blush to the apple of my cheek and blending backwards. This is my favorite way to apply blush. That's a really pretty color. I don't know if I've ever used that color, but it's really pretty. And to blend all of this out, I'm taking my Ingenue Kabuki brush with my MAC powder foundation, and I'm just buffing the contour and blush out so it looks more natural, because I do not like a very harsh contour. And now I'm going to take my Too Faced No Makeup palette, and I'm going to take the Fan brush from BornPrettyStore, and I'm going to take the bronzer, and I'm going to use this to highlight my cheekbones. And I'm highlighting down my nose, and I'm also just highlighting a bit above my lip. So for the lips, I want to do a nude lip. So I'm taking MAC's lip pencil in Subculture. So I just used that lip pencil to line my lips. And now I'm gonna use my favorite nude lipstick, which is Maybelline's Color Sensational Lipstick in Sugar Cream, number 715. And for a final little touch, I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics 66 lip palette, and I'm going to take the color right here, and I'm going to take that with my lip brush from BornPrettyStore. The color is just going right in the center of the lip, and this just adds a little bit of definition. And that is all. This is the finished look. So I'm just wearing my H&M choker. I love this choker. I think it's so gorgeous. I know it's not everybody's style, but I love it. And then I'm wearing this t-shirt that I got at a Trentemøller concert. So this is the finished look. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.